Let's talk pricing listings. Hey guys, I'm Zach Sykes at Homestead & Co. And today I want to chat with you about how to price listings and how to communicate pricing to your sellers. Guys, we've crafted a conversation that we call our listing pricing conversation that we have every single time with a potential seller at the listing appointment. And that's three parts. The first part is what we call the scenarios conversation, where we play out a couple scenarios. The second part is our comparable sales presentation, where we go through the actual comps. The third part is a future pricing conversation, where we're listening to what the market's doing as we're on market. Today, I just want to hit the scenarios conversation to give you an example of how this conversation can go. Mr. Seller, one of our most important goals is to get you the most money possible out of the sale of your home. Now, we're going to be negotiating with a buyer on the sale, and one of the keys to negotiation is to have a great understanding of what the other party is thinking. So I want to ask you to think about something for me, okay? Now, guys, sidebar, we're going to make this a real scenario. So, Mr. Seller, remind me again where you're going when you sell this house. Oh, we're going to Texas. Awesome, and what will you be looking for there? You know, they're going to say something like, we're looking for a 4-bed, 3-bath with an open kitchen. Right? And you're gonna go back to the script. Hey, fantastic. So let's say you find that perfect house, right? You found it in the right part of Texas, you found it in the right area, the perfect house, 4 beds, 3 baths. And I'm gonna give you two different scenarios. Scenario one, you caught this house right as they're putting that sign in the yard, right? Scenario two, you see it after it's been on the market, 90, 120, maybe even 150 days. Now, how would your offers be different in those two different scenarios? And you're going to pause and be silent, and you're not going to break that silence, guys, right? When the seller is going to come back and say, well, probably the one that's been on the market longer, we're going to come in a little lower and try to negotiate a little better. And your response is going to be, exactly. And that's what most buyers think also. So the longer we're on the market, the less we're going to get relative to list price. So let's think about that. Let's say you walked into a house that seems like it's priced right, but it's been on the market for 90 days. What's your first thought? And they're going to say, well, what's wrong with it? Why isn't it sold? And you're going to come back with, exactly. What's wrong with it? Why isn't it sold? It could have simply been priced too high, and they have recently dropped the price, and yet now it's got this 90-day on market stigma attached to it, right? And so the only way to overcome a high days on market stigma is price, which again is what costs you money, right? So you see, we can't sell homes above the market value, right? No one can. It's our intention to keep you from making the big mistakes that cost most people money. Now, 10 years ago, we could trick the market. We could pull a property off the market for a couple of weeks, put it back on, and it would look like a brand new listing. However, in today's market, with the portal sites, Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, right, the history of the property is tracked, and so the buyers will know exactly what we've been doing. So, Mr. Seller, do you want to try to test the market and risk the days on market stigma, or price the property right? Guys, that's the conversation. They're gonna, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, price the property right out of the market. And that leads us into the next comparable sales conversation. Guys, we love this script because it's a real conversation. It doesn't sound scripty, and it's something that explains the process of pricing it at the market in the very beginning in a way that the buyers and sellers will understand. Guys, I'm Zach Sykes at Homestead & Co., and thanks for watching.